Hey, welcome back. This is episode 68 of the Part-Time Players podcast, the video game podcast, where 4 pals this week. Everybody's back.
Yeah.
My name is Reese Lagden. I am joined by Bradley Seeley.
Hello.
Ash Seeley.
Hi.
Hi. and Brad Moore.
Hello.
Lastly.
Yep. I am. All right.
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm full of cold, but I'm going to make it through.
You're going to make it through. That's good. It's good to see. It's good to see.
Yeah. Hardcore part-time player, me.
Good to have you back. Obviously, Ash is also back. How are you as well, mate?
The gang's all here.
I'm back again. Life has been strenuous through buying a house. Turns out solicitors are arseholes. So if you ain't got to deal with them, don't deal with them. And if you are a solicitor, stop listening. I don't like it.
No. You're welcome. You're welcome. Give us some legal advice. Obviously, Brad's here as our legal guardian as well. So, talking about Guardians and Destiny, we got into, me and Brad hit the headlines. Well, Brad did anyway, because he stole my ideas. About some news about the Witch Queen. I don't know if you guys remember, but after the Witch Queen reveal, we discussed about the dungeons being separate and extra, part of the deluxe. However, it kind of broke on Twitter that this was news, and I kind of retweeted and put, me and Brad discussed this on the podcast. I thought, I'll upload the podcast. And then Brad Moore thought he'll take it on for himself, put it in the comments, and now he's featuring on YouTube channels, and people are quoting him, and he's took all the glory for himself.
You had the one chance to advertise the podcast, you dickhead, and you ruined it.
I fucked it. Yeah. Unintentionally. But kind of went that way.
It's weird that you started up your own podcast now, isn't it? Called Brad Moore Podcast.
The Destiny podcast.
The real Witch Queen.
Yeah.
I'm smashing records of this one. I've got 3 views. Yeah. So
fucking hell.
Wow. Living the dream. Yeah. Wow. Anyway, we've got a big week of news. Obviously, we're going to be talking about GTA again. As we've got more information, we're going to be talking about Cyberpunk, Witcher, I was going to say Witch Queen, but Witcher 3. Next gen upgrades delay, God of War going on to PC, Splinter Cell being greenlit, and The Day Before, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. I just saw that in the reel that Brad Seeley put in. I have no idea what that is. So is it good? I'm glad you guys know what it is, because I don't.
Good. I know what it is.
Yeah.
Always on the line, mate.
Please go and like and subscribe to the podcast on any podcast platform you listen to us. Obviously, 5-star review, subscribe, like, all those good things. Obviously, we are still on YouTube, but as audio only. So if you do want to check us out there, you still can. Anyway, I'll pass it over to Brad Seeley on the first news story. What we got?
Hello, everyone. This is Bradley Seeley. Yeah, no, sorry. The first. So we're talking about. Oh, sorry. One less thing. Columba. One less thing. I noticed that the Forsaken Destiny 2 Forsaken is on sale now for $7.99, but it's going free in December, isn't it? So,
are you actually going to play it though? Are you going to do it within that time period? Are you going to get through it? Because I would just pay the £7. You know,
maybe. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. That's a no. You're not going to, are you?
Still trying to get through Far Cry 5 at the moment. So,
all right.
But anyway, So our first news story, GTA again. It's been a few weeks now on the bounce that we've been talking about GTA. People might be sick of it. I'm sorry. What can I say?
People love talking about GTA. They keep buying it anyway, so we can talk about it.
So, so the trilogy, the Grand Theft Auto the trilogy, the definitive edition, is getting launched on November the 11th. Followed by a physical release coming December the 7th. So they're bringing it out physical as well, but you're going to have to wait like nearly a whole month if you want to get a physical.
Weird.
We've got a Grand Theft Auto Trilogy, the Definitive Edition collection. Will launch digitally on November 11th for $59.99, that's dollars, and $54.99, that's pounds. You'll be able to play them on the Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox, all the consoles. They'll get a physical release on the 7th of December, followed by versions for iOS and Android in the first half of 2022. So, if you want to play on your iPad, you can. It's the worst way to play them because I've done it and it's horrible. But we also got a trailer. And we was obviously speculating what's it going to be, what's the, they're going to, is it going to be like a port, like a shinied up version of the port from the PS4 versions. And then obviously we got a little bit of a trailer, and then they showed the comparisons from the original to what they're going to be like on current gen consoles.
Yeah,
and it looks a bit. They look. I don't know, what can I say? They look kind of rounded,
shell shaded.
It's kind of cell shaded, kind of rounded, cartoony, very cartoony.
More cartoony, especially San Andreas.
Yeah. I've got a picture of Tommy Vercetti right here, and he just looks. It looks a bit shell. But what do you guys think? I know we talked about it in the group chat. I know one person is excited, and I know one person isn't as excited, and one person I don't know. So it's going to be interesting. So,
yeah. Go on, Ash. I don't know what your opinion on it is.
I think it looks shit straight off the bat. No, I don't think it looks that great at all. It's going to be. I think it's going to be one of those games that we'll all get super excited for, and we're like, oh, I can't wait to play this. And we'll play it. We'll play about 10 minutes, and we'll go, yeah, gaming's come a long way, innit? And then we'll turn it off. I don't think anybody's going to get this and play for all three, and at the end of it, and be like, mate, I tell you what, I really enjoyed that. I couldn't
disagree with you more.
Yeah, this is your problem, Reese. You don't pay attention to me. But yeah, I just don't. I think it's going to be one of them where you're playing it. You're like, mate, like story development's come a long way. Now I don't have to fly this little RC helicopter, which is fucking virtually impossible. And I just don't think it's gonna.
Well, let me jump in there.
That's my opinion.
So I'll just give you a little bit more as well. So this is so each of these games were remastered. This is from the Virgin, by the way, everyone, if you want to read it there. Each of these games was remastered by Grove Street Games. See what it did there, which appears to have done extensive work to make them far prettier and more playable than the PS2 counterparts. Rockstar says it's used Unreal Engine as a complete rebuilt lighting system, and the graphical improvements seem to touch practically every part of the game. The list provided by Rockstar's press release included improved shadows, weather and reflections, upgraded character and vehicle models. They've also increased draw distances, smoother surfaces, and higher resolution textures across buildings, weapons, roads, interiors, and more. And this on the way of Ash is putting on like controller, because I know some of the missions in Vice City and San Andreas were horrible. Rockstar Games confirmed that each game has Grand Theft Auto 5 inspired controls. That alone should do a lot of the heavy lifting to make these games feel more modern. Targeting and lock-on aiming have been overhauled in each game. In terms of the interfaces, each game offers updated weapon and radio station wheels, along with new mini-maps that let players set waypoints and destinations. That was a big one for me. They needed to be more modern feeling, because I said this last week to Reese, in the original games, to drive you to press X, whereas now nearly every game where you get in a car, it's always the trigger.
Yeah, that would have been jarring if they went back to that.
One thing I did notice, and they said practically every element of it. Now, if you'd redone these and you really wanted to show off, you wouldn't put practically in there. You'd be like, this is a ground up build.
I think
it's not a remake though. It's a remaster.
I know it's not a remake, but the fact that they put that in there, it's a little bit of leeway for things to be wrong. Because if you look at the first one, when they show that, so if the oldest one is going to be the most improvement, when they actually show him going down the road, the only thing you can actually see what changes is he's got a little bit of light in his face in the car, and the car's got a little bit of reflection off of it of the rain. If you look around him, hardly anything changes apart from the brightness goes up. I watched that trailer a lot.
Yeah,
and that seems to be the case through a lot of them.
I know what you mean. At first, I was kind of like, "Oh, I'm not sure. I don't really know what to feel." But the more I look at it, I don't know. It seems like it does look a lot. It's not obviously not what we wanted all three of these games to look like GTA 5, but it just hasn't happened. But I think it looks right. What about right? Let's go for Race. Let's go for you, because I know you're a backer. You're a stander-upper of this.
I am. Well, it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. It looks like a PS3 game. They look like PS3 games, and that's the most we was ever going to get from a remaster. Was it jump in a generation? The thoughts of that it would jump 2 generations to like a PS4, look like Grand Theft Auto 5. I think it's just unrealistic of what I think the expectation was just unrealistic of what this was. I think the resolution is far higher when you look at the originals. Obviously, it was like blocky and obviously they're quite clear. The lighting's massive thing. Reflections is huge. When you're playing it on your TV and you've got rain coming down and there's reflections on the windows and the car, and it's going to look so much better than what the PS2 versions do. And however, I think the most important thing was the gameplay changes, modernizing them, the controls, the weapon wheels, every system, the auto locking, the fact that you can restart failed missions, because before didn't it just take you to like a hospital and you'd have to run all the way back? Like things like that, those little quality of a life things are going to be massive. And those are the things that I think are the most significant change, like most important. Graphics are just I don't know, almost like a bonus to me. The better it looked, obviously the better, but what I really wanted was how it played, because I think, was it Brad Moore that alluded to that a few weeks ago when he said he bought the ports and he said he just couldn't play it? They just need a a modernization of the controls and the way they play. And obviously until we get it in our hands, until I buy it and play it, that will be the real test for me. Not what it looks like, but how it plays.
Yeah.
So do you think you'll complete all of them? Do you think
if it plays good,
all of them?
It totally depends on how it plays. The graphics are the graphics. They've gotten cartoony because probably that's the best way to deal with the blocky PS2 graphics. So you kind of just got to accept this is what it looks like, but does it play and feel and still have the fun element of Vice City, San Andreas 3? They were fun games to play. I loved them. They were fantastic. So yeah, go on, Brad. More?
Yeah, I just don't think it's going to be enough. I really don't. I think, graphically, I think, to be honest, it looks a bit better than I thought it was going to look. Like the lighting looks unbelievable, and you're right, the resolution is very, very good. And I was quite shocked by how good the lighting looks, but visuals are just like.
It looks like that, but now it looks like this. Sorry for our actual listeners. You know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah, it's
curved,
smooth.
I don't know. The visuals you become very accustomed to, like visuals, like the first time you load it on, you're like, oh wow, the lighting's really good. But then you get accustomed to visuals very quickly. I mean, like look at Minecraft and other games where they don't rely on
that's a good example.
But it's but for me, it all comes down to the mission design. Are they what gaming has just moved on so much, and yes, there's little quality of life changes, and yes, there's a weapon wheel now, and yes, you don't have to tap X to drive or hold X to drive and things like that. And those are all little quality of life changes. But fundamentally, I still believe the games belong in the past, and I agree with Ash. I think after a few hours, you'll be like, nah, fuck this, and you'll be back on your 2021 gaming list. I still
playing something on a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought this, but I've come around and I think I will get them.
I think I'm gonna get them. I can never play Vice City.
This is hilarious.
I'm not going to get them. I'll get them if it goes into. I'm going to do what I do with most games. I'm going to see what the reviews are like. If they're good, I'll get them. I'm not going to jump on the hype.
Do remasters really get reviewed differently? He's going to get the same reviews as surely.
Yeah,
as the
but
PS2
then
games.
I'll listen to the actual.
It's not the score.
People.
Yeah,
I'll listen to you guys. I won't listen to you, Reece, because your set is good regardless. I'll listen to Brad Moore and my brother. And then when they say it's good or bad, then I'll go, and I'll give it a go. But I can just see it being like, I was really excited for Spyro. I've got Spyro. I don't even think I've done the first couple of missions because I was like,
I know what you mean.
Is it because it's a platformer though, that type of game that you've grown away from those games? I felt the same about Crash. It wasn't the controls, it wasn't the graphics, it was the.
I've done it. You know what I mean?
I think it's the genre was the issue there.
I think, I'm the same with Ash with regards to Spyro. Yeah, I was looking forward to it so much, and I got the reignited trilogy, and I didn't really play them. But I've not played San Andreas and Vice City since the first time I played them, especially Vice City, and not even 3. But I think I played through 3 maybe a couple of times. But I'm just looking forward to that. So obviously, there's.
When's the last time you two bought a platformer, like a modern day platformer?
That thingy one. That one will come with the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, that saves me. Yeah. Astro's Playroom.
No, like when you bought one. When's the last time you bought a platform like
Spyro?
That's what I'm saying. You don't play those type of games. You don't buy them. So what made you think you would
because I don't play them now, don't mean I didn't love them back in the day. That's like saying I haven't played Grand Theft Auto in 3 years. I don't mean I'm not gonna. The last Grand Theft Auto I played come out on a PlayStation 3. Don't mean I'm gonna like the next one comes out. I'm like, this is fucking shit.
However, you still play games like that, right?
Not really.
I think you do. That's the only games you do play. It's like open world, sandbox games.
Yeah, I don't know. I want it to do well. I think it is. If I'm being realistic, I think it's just going to be a flash in the pan, and everybody's going to buy it, and they're going to make their money, and then that'd be great for them, and then it'll just be sitting on your shelf or sitting in your library.
No, I think it. I'm actually quite looking forward to replaying some of the missions. To be honest, like when you first see Kent Paul, voiced by Danny Dyer.
I tell you what will be weird, playing it without cheats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because as soon as I got low health on the first one, you was quickly tapping that R1, R2, and up, down, weren't you? So that'd be different. I wonder if they'd be accessible. I wonder if the same cheats would be, because I could say
they haven't confirmed that they're not available.
Yeah.
It'll probably disable trophies though, I imagine.
Obviously. But that'd be weird playing through it without cheats. I didn't use them so much.
I'm going to try and platinum
I definitely
did
on number 1.
I think I've only ever finished Vice City from the original trilogies. I think it was maybe 3. I never finished San Andreas. I got to the last.
San Andreas is the only one I did.
San Andreas I completed, and Vice City I completed. I watched you complete number 3.
Yeah. But I'm actually quite looking forward to it. I think we discussed it before. I just hope the music's the same. We've got some music. I like Laszlo on Chatterbox. Chatterbox, he's funny. Like some of the classic rock stations they had on Vice City was obviously one classic back then. It was like up to date, but I don't know. Some of the missions on there are brilliant. Like the one where like I say, Kemp Hall, and I can't remember what his Gold Rosenberg, the lawyer from Vice City.
Yeah.
Lance.
CJ's still got his Lego hands though. I noticed that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't do no work on them.
I know there is a few missions that I hope they've kind of taken down. Like the ones where you have to use a remote control helicopter to plant bombs. They are just absolutely terrible. And I think San Andreas, you had to use a remote control plane to do stuff. And they were both excruciating. And one of the hardest missions I've ever done was trying to recruit the driver for the bank job in Vice City. It was just
waste of time.
I hated it.
Yeah.
But all those little things. Like Reece said, the quality of life improvements they've made will make a big difference. And I reckon you'd be able to smash number 3 out. Like when I played it years ago,
pretty quick.
It seems like it was long and like it took forever, but I think you could probably do the first island in a few hours because
we did.
Yeah, thinking back,
we didn't have a memory card.
Not a lot of missions really. You work for the mafia, and then that's it, innit? Then you work for the Yakuza and the Colombians and all that, but. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. More than likely, I'll wait to get the physical because I've got so many games to play at the minute. So
I think the real backlash will come from, and I imagine they've probably updated it and modernized it, is like the racial stereotypes and the prostitutes and all the controversy in those games. I don't know if modern audiences will. I don't know, except that I can see it being on Twitter, just like, oh my God, they're doing this to a woman, and there's going to be someone like. I
remember in Grand Theft Auto 3, all the cab drivers were Asians, and they was all like Sikhs because they wear turbans on. So I remember that.
Things like that they'll probably have to change because I don't know if they can get away with that anymore.
But I'll probably wait to get
actual Asian people in Chinatown, and I don't know, like actual.
Still a lot of Asian cab drivers though, isn't there?
Oh dear.
Uber's individual businessmen now, mate.
I'm gonna wait to get a physical because I ain't got no time in November to play this anyway, so I might as well wait and get it.
I think the physical case would be cool anyway. To be fair, it'd just be nice to have that on my shelf.
Yeah, I like physical. Obviously, I've spoken before. I like the physical ones, and then Ashley wants me to get the physical because he'll borrow it and they'll never get it back.
Exactly. Boom. After you played it for 15 minutes, I'll play it for 15 minutes. I'll keep it.
Yeah. So
I'll put it on my shelves.
That's it. Yeah. But the price point as well. I was saying about 30. Reece said no way, it's going to be 70, and it's kind of in the middle, 55 pounds.
I think that's fair though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not too I'm pretty sure there's a bigger difference than £5 though between the.
Is it 55?
Oh,
60?
100%.
I thought it was 60,
100%. It
right?
should have been about £37 if they had the exchange rate properly.
Yeah, it's $59.99 and it's £54.99.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it now. They've financed it. I did hear a rumor saying they was going to release a teaser trailer or a teaser clip for GTA 6 when they announced this launch, but obviously that was a lie and it didn't happen. So,
and that makes no sense.
Yeah. So
either in terms of marketing, why would you?
I don't know.
Overshadow this with GTA 6? It's ridiculous.
But why would you do that when you could just add more content to GTA Online and to make money that way?
Yeah, a lot of Halloween content on there at the minute, I've noticed.
Yeah, that's cool. That is the one thing I really do like about that. And they do the same with the snow everywhere on Red Dead Online.
Sounds like they're just copying Destiny to me.
No, I'm pretty sure they've done it first.
Yeah. When did Destiny 2 come out in 2017? And this was released 8 years ago. So Grand Theft Auto probably did do it first, Reece. Sorry.
Did do it first.
That's not really evidence of when it came out.
Well, GTA Online come out, 2014?
They 100% did. I remember it being in the snow in GTA.
Right, see, thank you. Ago. Even more, even the Witch Queen himself is confirming this.
Yeah.
GTA GTA on like its first year, I think the first Christmas, it turned the whole map snowy.
Yeah, snowy.
And you could throw snowballs.
Yeah.
That's super clever. I like that.
Cool.
Yeah, that is the. I don't know if anyone else got any more thoughts about it.
I think the price point is fair. I would in fact paid more. Like I said, I think it would have been fair to sell them at £30 each. So
you're willing to pay £90 for this?
Well, they probably will have reduced it slightly for the collection because I believe they're 20 each. And obviously it's 55, so it's a £5 discount. So 85.
You're never going to play them all.
No, I will.
I will. As well,
I don't know if
I think he's just going to do it now
because
we said he won't, and now he will.
No, you're going to do it out of like spite.
I'm not at all. I'm going
to force
very
yourself
looking forward to this. No, I'm very much looking forward to this. I can't wait. In fact, I'm going to platinum Vice City.
He said it.
Myself.
Oh, he's done it.
He said it.
Yeah.
I wonder what the trophies are going to be like. It's going to be shooting all those birds. I know that one.
I looked at the ones for number 3, so it was obviously it's all mission specific, and then there was like complete all. You know, we have to take certain cars back off to the docks, do that, get certain kills with certain weapons. It's just stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, when I say I'm going to platinum it, I'm going to try to because there might be some. I think there's going to be some. There might be a really hard trophy to get. So if there's one that I can't do, well, that's why. But I'm going to try.
I said I was going to platinum all the Mass Effect trilogy, and I haven't platinum 1 yet, and I haven't started playing 3. So
yeah, I haven't played 3 actually. I forgot all about that. I guess that's something I could do.
Yeah, but that's Grand Theft Auto. I think we're split. Half of us, wanting a site to play it, and half of us aren't.
Take 2 rocks. I don't care because everybody's going to buy it.
Exactly.
I don't care about your opinion.
So it won't matter. It won't matter. Everybody will buy it. Same way everybody buys all the remakes and then don't complete them.
Yeah.
EA don't care what you think of FIFA. You're going to buy it anyway.
I think a lot of people will be disappointed as well because a lot of people will their expectations will be higher than what the reality is as well.
Likely.
I think the general person will be like, "Oh, this is still shit." What? And people will be ignorant to the fact that it's a 20-year-old game.
Do your research before you pay out money, and don't be annoyed when you do, based on not doing research.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
Okay, let's move on now to another game. So this is one Reece said he didn't know.
We're still talking about video games.
Sorry?
We're still talking about video games.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Games,
yeah.
Sarcastic prick. Zombie MMO The Day Before is coming to the PS5 and Xbox Series X. So we knew this was going to be coming out for PC. For obviously that we only thought it was coming out on PC, but they've announced that it will be coming to next gen or current gen consoles. The PC release date is June the 21st, 2022, but it's unclear when the release date for the console versions is coming. It actually looks really good. You know, I don't know, I've watched a couple of trailers of it, but I wasn't really
that bothered because I thought I'm not going to have a PC, to play it on. But yeah, it's basically an open world MMO where there's zombies everywhere. You get to drive, explore cities that have just obviously fallen apart due to the apocalypse, and you can also, there's a lot of big wilderness sections. You can get trucks and set up like bases and that. It just kind of like an open world.
It's kind of like The Division, but with
zombies. Yeah,
zombies.
But it looks more.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, more like
really good.
very well. It looks quite full. So you expect, like, I saw the trailer. He was in a mall and he's obviously looking for stuff. And then there was one shop there was one place called Cinema World, and it looked very, very much like Cineworld. I was like, okay. And you had Tiffany, and it was like Spiffany, but it was like the same green color and all that. But yeah, going in there, looting and trying to survive. Not getting
Hold the phone. That's the same font of Last of Us.
Mm.
But their promo stuff, that white writing the day before. That's the same.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a little bit.
Well, I don't think Naughty Dog owned the right to have some white writing on a black background.
I know, but I feel like this screams Last of Us to me.
Yeah, it does. I'm actually quite excited for it.
Interesting.
It's got as I say, it's got a release date. But yeah, we're not sure when it's coming out for PS5, but hopefully it will be.
What's the release date for
June the 21st for PC. Yeah,
that's pretty good though, because let's face it, then there's going to be plenty of reviewers on it. So if it does turn out to be pony, you haven't got to bother buying it. So it's not necessarily, if you look at that aspect, it's not necessarily a bad thing. We're not getting it at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there is some very vocal PC players who will let you know if that game's any good.
Well, you said June, as in
June the 21st. Yeah, June the 21st, 2022.
Okay, that's far away.
But go watch a trailer for it, Reese. It looks quite good. So that was the first quick news story. We've got another one now. A game I've been waiting to play again is Cyberpunk, and I kept putting it off because I was like, I'm going to wait.
Cannot wait.
Yeah, I'm going to wait till the next gen upgrade comes along. And
I'm in.
Yeah, it's been delayed. Sorry, folks.
Fuck.
It's not coming. So they said,
at least we've got The Witcher.
They put it out on Twitter. They said, we're going to, the upgrade for Cyberpunk will be coming in. Did they say the first half of, or the first quarter of?
First quarter, I think it was.
We're talking about Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Initially, it was supposed to be in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Then they updated the roadmap after, they released their first patch in March?
Yeah.
And then it was at the end of the roadmap, and it was unclear at what point this year was coming. But clearly,
it's in the first quarter
it's pushed
of
out of the
year.
year. Yeah.
And then The Witcher is supposedly coming in the second quarter of next year.
That's been delayed as well.
That's delayed as well, yeah. So, for me now, I've uninstalled Cyberpunk. I've not got it, I've not got it back on. The Witcher, I played through the entire game on the Switch, so I can wait for the update for that. I've got so much to play. But Cyberpunk, it's nearly a year since I bought it. And I thought I'll give it a wait. It's definitely coming. It's definitely coming. They keep saying they're going to update it, and then it'll be fixed by then, and it'll be good to play. And then it's just kind of fallen by the wayside again. They've not hit their target again. And interestingly, The Witcher must have been due to come out this month because it showed up on the PEGI website, which is the games rating system in Europe, and it had a release date of the 9th of October. So they must have earmarked that date originally to have it released on the 19th of October. Obviously, that date's come and gone, and it didn't. Obviously, it didn't get. And then it was a day after or 2 days after. That's when they announced that, this is not coming out till next year, like summer next year. So,
which is surprising. I thought they would have wanted it as close as possible to the Netflix season 2.
Yeah, you'd think.
Start. I imagine they would have pushed
so many more people jumped onto it once they started watching the TV series.
Exactly.
Exactly the same as me. I hadn't played The Witcher in ages. Watched the Netflix series, and then I ended up buying it on the Switch and then playing through the entire game. It got me. It got me by the cojones. And
you got the worst ending.
Yeah, and I got the worst ending. Everyone died.
Great. Well, I've not beat it, so don't tell me.
It's harder to get that ending than a good ending.
Yeah,
I looked up. I don't know how the fuck he done that.
Congratulations.
But yeah, it's just it just I don't know. It goes to show how broken and unready they must have been for Cyberpunk. That if after a year more they haven't managed to fix the initial problems. I know they've fixed it and it's come a long way, but still, and I imagine they've been working on this pretty aggressively to try and get this game done, and still within another year, it's not ready.
Yeah, and what's this? I have to say, I know Reese is the only one of us who's played it recently. What's the situation for DLC? Have any deals, like big DLCs, come out yet, or have they not hit?
Well, I'm sure Brad Moore will talk about the DLC that they like to release, because it was just cosmetic, right? And he called it. It was just like one car that you get from like a mission where if you choose a different choice, you get a car.
Yeah.
And then the other one was you get 2 jackets, which were in your apartment, which were really low level, which was pointless because I was already a lot higher level than that. So the DLC was not DLC. It was just two jackets and a car.
Oh, CG Project Red, they're so good. They're the only company to give free DLC. Oh, they're so good.
Oh no, we set him off. Oh no.
Shit.
They are supposed to be releasing
Get fucked.
3 or 4 expansions, which, if this is why they've delayed it so they can release the expansion with it, because I think, a bit like what Ash said, they've taken a year to try and fix it and they're not. It's a complete mess. And I don't think them releasing a native PS5 or Series X version is going to fix it. They need to fix systems, the cops. There's a problem with like the police, the way they turn up, NPCs, but the entire system. And I don't know what the issue is. Maybe it's Night City. They went too crazy with the ray tracing and the lighting, and it's just, and they forgot to actually build a actual intelligence system within the game. It needs a complete overhaul. Like all that stuff. Otherwise, you're going to turn it on and be like, wow, this looks amazing. Oh, wait a minute, it's empty. And
I've shot a gun 4 blocks away and everybody's still cowering. And I've driven for about 10 minutes and people are still like this.
Exactly. Because I think it looks great on PC. Like they can bring that over, but I think it needs more than that. It needs an expansion. The system needs reworking. So if that is what they're doing, shut up. Don't do a stream and do that.
In regards to the Witcher one, no one really, before they announced it, no one really expected it. And they just kind of go, oh, guess what? We're going to do like a next gen upgrade for free for The Witcher. So everyone was like, that's brilliant. That's really, that is good. That'd be good to play it on the next gen console. And like I said, it's free. Everyone would get excited for it. But the Cyberpunk,
they should have kept that. They should have kept that close to their chest, to be fair.
It's the Cyberpunk one. Everyone kind of, like it says in this article, if you've been holding out to play, you might just want to do it now, because it's going to be delayed again. And I know I said it, Ash said it, Brad said it, we all said we're waiting. I know you jumped back on board, Reese, because you just kind of thought, I want to do it. But it's just, by the time it comes out, it's going to be like, it could come out, when's the first quarter? So March. So it'd be like a year and 4 months. So like 16 months. So I'd kind of be like, oh, you know what? I just don't really care anymore.
Yeah, I personally, because it's a bit more of a quiet period. Obviously, it's up to you if you want to wait or you're never going to play it. I don't really care, but I would probably play it now because it is playable on PS5. Like playing the PS4 version on PS5, it is.
Even you saying that is just a joke. You know what? You should play it. It is playable. For a game,
do you know what I mean? But it wasn't at one point. You can play it.
It's playable.
Yeah, you can. You can
get
it from the beginning to the end.
But you can get
crazy. Yeah.
I thought it was quite enjoyable, to be fair.
I've got so many games I want to play before that. I've only next week I can play Spider-Man Miles Morales because it'd be November.
Oh wow! Yeah, that's a great game. Yeah,
can I borrow that, please?
No, you can't. No. It's
borrow that one.
It's so I don't know. Cyberpunk is just kind of.
It needs a lot of work. I don't know how they're going to fix it because
miss after miss, isn't it? Really. So
I feel like you're almost. I know they probably can't, and they haven't, but they got to. They got to just cut the last gen versions now. Just cut them out.
Yeah.
Because when you look at I looked it up, and the recommended PC settings for 4K with ray tracing is 16 gigs of RAM with the new NVIDIA RTX. Like 3,800, and it's like it starts at like 700 and goes up to $2,000. But that's how much the graphics card is, and you're trying to play this on a PS4.
Yeah,
and you can't get hold of those graphics cards anyway, so it's pointless.
That is the recommended lowest setting to play the game in 4K.
And you never run any game at its lowest because it just won't work. So you're looking more like 32 gigs of RAM and that $2,000 graphics card. Then you'll run smooth, perfect. You'll still have all the glitches.
Yeah. They're trying to fit something into like a tiny place. It's not happening.
Yeah, like you say, cut PS4. Like, we're sorry, but this game will never work on a PS4 or an Xbox One.
Yeah,
it's done.
We've done what we can. We put a band-aid over it. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we've tried to plug the holes in it, but it's just not going to work.
Yeah,
but let's move on.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you was waiting like me and the other guys to play it, then you're going to be waiting a little bit longer.
What is going on? Honestly, we don't really. I don't need to. But what's going on in Poland? Are they in lockdown still? Because obviously CDPR is that why they're having problems? And I'm pretty sure they outsourced The Witcher, so it's not even like they're doing it. They outsourced it to someone else. So
they didn't blame this on. Well, they didn't use COVID as a reason this time, did they? They just kind of
they couldn't do it for the fifth time or sixth. Like, come on,
we want to make it the best possible experience.
Do you know what?
Well. Too late.
I don't know if I ever looked this up, but I'm pretty sure Nexus was doing it, who was recently bought by Sony.
Okay.
So I don't know if Sony were like, we're not doing this. So maybe that's why it's delayed.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's crazy, but there's so much damage I think has been done to the CD Projekt name now. Where it's kind of after The Witcher 3, there was kind of bulletproof, and everyone was so, when was it announced? I think it was announced in like 2012 Cyberpunk. And then it just fell apart. And now they've got some real a black mark against their name. But again, we'll wait and see, and when it is finally out in 2023, if it's working by 2023, we'll let you know if we're still going.
We'll jump on.
Yeah. You got any thoughts on this, Bradmore? You've been quiet throughout this.
No, I'm just a bit over it all. Yeah, just a bit sick of it. Was really looking forward to jumping in The Witcher this side of Christmas, and that's probably going to be another year. I know they've said, I don't know, when does it end? When do the delays stop? Like, it just keeps on going. It
doesn't, mate. It never stops.
Just a bit sick of it now. So, yeah.
I think I was looking for playing The Witcher more than I was Cyberpunk anyway. Like The Witcher, like the upgraded version of The Witcher, I was looking for.
Yeah, so was I. I'm really, I bought it again, like the complete edition, so I'm ready to go. And I could potentially play it now, but I probably would. If they just gave us a patch for 60 frames, I would just play it now.
On the Switch, mate. That's what you want to do. You want to get it on the Switch, yeah?
You offend me, sir. You offend me.
Yeah. When I'm on a plane, I'm going to be playing it.
No, not near me. I'm going to make sure I book my seat on the other side.
Look at this. I'm fighting the bog witches.
Are we not playing Pokemon? I thought we were playing Pokemon on the plane.
Yeah, I probably won't play. I'm probably just a bit asleep. I'm going to take a load of Valium. Whatever. Well, I don't know if Valium makes you go asleep. It might be a drug that keeps you awake. I don't know.
I think it gives you a boner.
Oh, gee. Well,
yeah, I thought it makes you loosey-goosey, doesn't it? It makes you a little bit like, please take multiple. I would like to witness this on a plane.
What, Viagra's?
All right, Reese.
Oh, mate. Oh, that's looking nice and big, Fred.
Jesus. Move on.
Goodness.
Next one.
Next news story is Ubisoft has greenlit what will be the first mainline Splinter Cell game in over a decade. That's according to development sources who told us that the title has been put into production as a means of winning back fans frustrated by recent efforts to revive the franchise in the mobile and VR spaces.
Yes.
Mate, Ubisoft are so desperate, aren't they?
So
what a terrible...
basically, Ubisoft are kind of like, everyone keeps saying they want a new Splinter Cell game. Okay, let's just put him in every other game we can think of, but not actually.
Fortnite is in.
It's so it's got here. It's not clear which studios are working on the project, though. Two people with knowledge of Ubisoft plans suggested the new Splinter Cell was being led by a studio outside of its traditional Montreal base. The title is in early phase of production, and the sources said, but there's a small chance it could be announced next year. So it's still
that's other information, is it?
It's still very vague, but this tiny little bit of vague news is more than what we've had in a while. So
I'm not a fan. I don't care. But do you actually want a new Splinter Cell from this modern day Ubisoft? Like, do you trust them to deliver an actual good Splinter Cell?
Well, that's the issue. Yeah, because the memories I've got of Splinter Cell are the old Splinter Cells.
Yeah, can they deliver it now? Like, from what they're doing?
What I would like to say
is, free to play?
Is it going to be that hard to get right? You know what I mean? It's a sneaking game. Stay out of the light and fucking turn this computer off. That's what it should be. so don't make it something you don't need to be. Just make it good.
That was the original one. Yeah, the original one was stay out of the light, hack into a computer while you're crouching down, and then use the
hang upside down.
Use the thing that you can knock people out if you hit them on the head, and it makes a noise. That was the
Well, I'm open to it, but I know you were upset, Ash, about them changing Assassin's Creed to an open, like live service game. They do these things. Wouldn't be surprised if it's live service.
Yeah, I know you'd be like Ubisoft they're making some changes, and everyone's kind of like, look, we don't like this, and it's losing some, they're losing some fans, and like you said, it does seem like they're desperate attempts, like, quick, just bring back Splinter Cell because that's what people wanted. So yeah, but I think
we spoke about it. People want shit. Who'd have thought?
Yeah, we spoke about it earlier in the year when they said we're going to no longer concentrate on AAA games. We're going to focus on like free to play, and they have announced those one after the other, or they're in like development hell, like Beyond Good Evil or Skull and Bones, or I don't know. Then they're changing names of Quarantine to Extraction. I don't know. I just think Ubisoft are in a bit of a mess. They're a mess.
Yeah. So is Valhalla is going to be the last the last Assassin's Creed as that model? The new ones are going to be
potentially
like Destiny. Is it they're going to have seasons?
Which is so bollocks, because you'd think they would just carry on. How many eras have we got? And people have been screaming out for like a samurai version of it. You could do a cowboy version of it. You could do so many versions of it. And then like,
these picture of Red Dead.
Assassin's Creed. Exactly. You could do a Red Dead version. That'd be great. I want a horse. But
the thing
is, it's just
Ghost of Tsushima was the samurai version of Assassin's Creed, and it was amazing. So
yes, exactly. Yeah, there's no way they could ever do a better job than that either.
No, I think they could. Not better, but they could do their own version of it, and I think
they could do their own version, but I don't think it could ever be better. Just from their standards, I think they make like 8s. I don't think they ever surpass like an 8. They just make a solid good. It's good. It's never great.
Black Flag was amazing. Black Flag was the best one out of all of them.
Because you had old Ubisoft, modern day Ubisoft.
Yeah, that was before they took a break.
Valhalla done really well, to be fair.
Yeah. That was before they took a break. They took a break and come back with Origins, didn't they?
Yeah. Unity was the last one, I believe.
Yeah.
It was the French one where it was all buggy. Yeah.
Where people didn't have faces and it was just eyeballs.
You had the thingy one. You had the one set in London.
Was
Syndicate? Yeah, it was. Yeah, the Victorian one. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, sure.
And that should have been good. It wasn't.
Yeah, I think they should all. I stopped playing Assassin's Creed years ago, and I bought Valhalla just because I wanted.
You got it on PlayStation 5, didn't you?
Yeah.
I borrowed that.
I am part of the problem because I bought all of them, and I do.
Yeah,
I really enjoy them. Once again, they're always 8s.
You should play Valhalla though. If you got it, you should.
I've got it. I've also got Odyssey. I downloaded Odyssey when it was in a sale last year.
Don't worry about Odyssey.
And
don't worry about Odyssey. Odyssey was good at the time, but it's again, these games don't age very well, in my opinion. They really don't. I don't know what it is, but you only get like a year and a half out of them.
4K, 60 frames.
Well, I'm playing
it's just a bit of a weird game. 5 massive
at the moment.
Yeah,
and it's crashed a couple of times. It keeps crashing.
It's done it on the because Laura's playing it on the Xbox One and it's crashing on that.
It just keeps crashing. And I have to close the application, and then PlayStation tells me that there's something wrong with it. It's like, yeah, I know. I've had to close it and then boot it back up again. It's annoying, but bloody Ubisoft.
You've been having problems with your PlayStation as well, Brad, haven't you?
Yeah, it keeps crashing. Like, it hasn't done it actually. Last couple of days, it hasn't done it, but it went through a period of about a good week where I'd launch a game and about 30 seconds into the game launching, the whole game would crash. No error screen, no reporting screen, just
fans on
it's frozen. Yeah, that's what I've got.
Do the fans kick up?
No.
I found an interesting
thing. Mine didn't even freeze. It just the game just cut out, and then I'd go back to the game and it would have to relaunch it. So it's like it automatically closed the game.
Yeah.
But I think it's since I put in my SSD. I'm wondering if it's to do with that. And I've moved the games because I've just been playing FIFA and Destiny mostly, obviously. And it's those two games that I've noticed. It happens on both of them. And I moved them both off of the console storage onto the SSD, and since then it stopped doing it again. Which you'd think it'd be the other way around, but I don't know.
You would.
It's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Bizarre. It's clearly a software bug because I've had
Yeah.
a few issues with mine in terms of my
Yeah.
controller. Obviously, I had the drift. I had to buy a new controller already, which is terrible. And even with my new controller, sometimes it doesn't connect. So I'll turn my PlayStation on. It's always in rest mode. So you press the PS button to turn it on. But then I'm in the menu and I'm trying to like go left, right, and it just won't move. And then I plug it in, it won't connect. I have to manually completely shut down the PlayStation, turn it back on, and then it fixes it. But clearly there's bugs.
I've been really lucky with mine. The only thing I've got with mine is the fan's really loud, but I've done some research into that. It turns out there's 3 different companies producing the fans for them, and one of them's really loud, and then you've got one which ain't so bad and one which is really quiet, but they're super easy to swap out, so I'm probably just going to take mine apart and swap the fan out for one of the good ones.
Okay, well, fair enough. Brave man.
Fred's fan's kicking off.
Great timing for that for the next news story.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Okay, they've stopped. I'm going to try and get this next news story in between them.
Boot them.
Go.
Boot the dog.
So the next news story is God of War 2018 is coming to PC. Thoughts, please, guys.
PC. Yeah, I think that'd be good. I reckon it'd be nice to see if you can get some people doing some modding stuff on it. That's what I enjoy about PC is they mod stuff and they generally make things better because they do it in their own time.
Yeah, I like the fact that it's uncapped as well. I think like the frame rates and
so you're going
to get some like crazy
footage.
Yeah, you're going to get like 4K, like 3,000 frames per second.
Yeah,
Kratos and it's ultra wide screens. No, I'm all for this. And also, it's just 100%. Before the new one comes out. So, cha-ching, clever Sony.
Yeah. So, I've got a little statement here from the senior community manager. I think it's from him at Santa Monica Studios. So, we're through to announce that God of War 2018 will be coming to PC on January the 14th, 2022. All of us at Santa Monica Studios have been humbled by the immense amount of support and passion the fans of God of War series have shown in the latest chapter of Kratos' story since its release. As of August 21, 19.5 million copies of God of War on PlayStation 4 have been sold through, and we can't wait to share that experience with a whole new group of players on PC. So yeah, they're like 19 million copies sold on PS4. If we release it on the PC, we're going to get a lot more sales. So yeah.
It helps fund the studio to make more great games.
Yeah. I don't understand why they just didn't put it. Why it's taken them so long to pull it over. To be honest, because
they always used to be exclusive, didn't they? But then they've slowly started like putting them over. So Horizon's over there, isn't it?
Days Gone.
Days Gone's over there now. So yeah, God of War. Obviously, the best way to play it is still PlayStation because it's going to be 4 years old. No, about 3.5 years old before it comes onto PC. So it's still the best way to play it. But yeah, I don't see an issue. Really, it kind of looks like PC might just be the way to go because your PC got Game Pass. You know, you're getting the PlayStation exclusives a little bit further down the line. It's you got to have a £2,000 graphics card if you want to play on Cyberpunk. It's I
just like the convenience of consoles.
I
like my PlayStation, so I'm never going over.
I won't. As long
it absolutely is the best place to play. You're right. Absolutely.
Yeah, but if you've got a PC, it's good.
I also don't understand the position that people, because the Sony or PlayStation fanboys, where they absolutely hate the fact that they're going over to PC and they also want it to be exclusive. It's like, oh my god, why does it take away from your enjoyment that someone else is enjoying it? It's bizarre.
And they do. They understand that if these companies make more money, they can make more games quicker and better.
Exactly.
That's how it works.
Yeah, like Fred said. So that's my last game story of the news. Story of the week. That was the news. That's the news bulletin over.
We've God of War.
Love news.
Yeah, man, that's very informative, which I enjoy. Just quickly on that God of War, who defeated the Valkyries? All of them.
Well, I've got the platinum, so you know.
Oh, you done it? Did you do it, Brad?
Ooh.
Oh, see, not as good as me and Reese. Apparently, that's one of the hardest bosses to beat. We've done it.
I fought one.
There you go.
It was the first one you find, the easiest one. I found it was really hard, and I was like, you know what? I'm never going to fight one of these again. I didn't. So I was like, no.
I'm just a sucker for cosmetics, and I wanted.
Did
the
you do
armor.
the Queen?
That's the only reason I done it.
Did you do the Queen?
Yeah. Done them all.
The Queen is that's the hardest thing I've ever done in gaming ever.
I thought she was really hard because I was trying to fight her with the axe, and as soon as I swapped over to the blades, I fucking beat her quick, and I was like, okay. It's just you just need the Olympus, Blades of Olympus, and you could do it. But yeah,
sure.
I didn't do
the only reason I done it is because I wanted the armor. I'm a sucker for outfits, and I was like, I want that armor. I need it, so that's why I done it.
God was going to be my Christmas game now because it was going to be The Witcher. I always play like a big game over Christmas, and a few years ago it was The Witcher first time around actually, and I was going to do it again when it come out. But yeah, it's going to be God of War because I've got to. I think I said a few months ago.
And I absolutely want to watch you play this. I want to see where you get stuck and you get lost.
No, it's such a good game.
I'll picture you.
Have you not finished it, Brad? Then?
No.
So good. So good.
By the sound of it, about a fifth of the way through.
Yeah, I envy you so much, and the people on PC that are going to play this for the first time. We spoke about it last week or the week before about like if you could wipe my memory and play something for the first time again, it would be this game. It's not my favorite game.
Yeah, I feel the same with the Harry Potter books. I'd like to read the Harry Potter books again.
Same.
Like,
well, maybe Hogwarts next year will be your dream.
Oh yeah,
or your nightmare.
Hopefully, it'll be good.
It'll be either a dream or nightmare, I imagine.
Yeah.
It's still next year. That's supposed to be coming out.
Yes. Apparently.
Yeah.
We'll
and
see.
both both like DC Batman games as well. So I don't think so.
Yeah. And Lego. So WB have got like 4 games apparently coming out next year. We'll see.
Yeah. Oh, this isn't gaming related, but have you seen the Home Alone Lego set? It's the house.
Yeah, mate, I'm willing to pay that. 260 quid, isn't it? I'll pay that.
Is that what it is? I think so. Yeah. Oh, mate. You know what? I'm going to be when we're
unbelievable. You guys moaning about GTA price. 260 quid or something Lego.
Oh,
I'll get to build it as
Lego.
well.
You got the Wet Bandit little figures. You get the Wet Bandit figures. You get,
mate. Honestly, when I move in, which is hopefully will be one time in the next 10 years, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to build it.
I'm going to see if there's a Lego shop when I'm in America, and
there will be, and it's going to be the same price, mate. It's going to be very expensive,
but maybe I'll win thousands of dollars on the slots. So
lovely, Brad. Lovely the image there. Perfect.
Image just showed us your fingers, mate. It's really weird.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Audio listeners loved that. Anyway, main topic. What's the main topic this week, Brad?
The main topic is that's it. Yeah, look,
How much is it? Does it say how much it is?
It's like 3,600 pieces, I think.
Go and Google for the audience at home if you want to see what that is.
Look at, back to games. So the main topic of the gaming podcast this week is your favorite GTA mission. It could be on any. And I thought in homage of the GTA Trilogy getting announced. Yeah, what's your favorite mission? What one sticks out in your head? For me, this was easy. Maybe this is why I chose it. There's always been I've always had a favorite GTA mission.
I feel like you've got a really good memory for these types of things. Like you and Ash talk about and recall specific missions, character. I just don't remember any of it.
I'm the same. I can't think of a single mission from San Andreas.
Really?
I can't.
Oh, okay.
I've got one though. But
yeah, okay. Well, let's go with Reese because I don't know if Reese has got one, but we'll go for what he's chosen.
I was the absolute wrong person to start with because I don't. I really like the.
If you'd have googled it, it might have triggered a memory. And then
I thought about that and I thought, is that cheating? Because then it's not my memory, but or is it?
You're going to wait for someone else to go first and go, oh, that was mine as well.
Exactly. Sabotaged. I liked all the gang warfare in San Andreas. And when you was like the green team and he's going around, I remember having a jetpack by then and like a rocket launcher and just blasting the other team.
You could have said that your favorite mission was when you had to break into the facility to get the jetpack. That was a good.
Was that a thing? Oh, I don't even remember doing that.
I don't remember.
Just so many hours.
You had to break into like fake Area 51.
I just had my mouth open. I was numb inside, and I just played these games as a child.
Or you had the one where you had to plan the bank job as CJ, and like the janitor walks in, and he's like, oh, "Okay, the janitor's in on it now." You know, when you
see, these kind of ring some bells, but no. Once again, no.
Yeah,
I remember going to. What was the burger place? Burger shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and eating loads of burgers and then getting shot and then gravy coming out. I remember that.
Was it San Andreas? You got fatter the more burgers you ate as well.
Yeah, and you could go to the gym and
get like
that's right.
Oh, come on, you can't wait to play this game. It's going to be great.
What, just because you can eat burgers and get fat?
Yeah, real life sim.
I don't know if anyone's got this one, but obviously that Vice City, you got the mission where you have to rescue Lance. You like a helicopter, or the one where you storm the mansion. You know, it's I don't know.
Oh my God, yeah.
I like sitting in the. Yeah. I just like going around in the world. Really, to be fair, get 5 stars, break into the army base, sit in the jet, fly around, blow up planes.
Yeah, well,
great. That's my memories.
Who's got a mission? Who's got a mission? They want to go.
I've got a mission from GTA 5, which I loved, which was the one where you get it's near the start of the game when you are in a car with you're playing as Michael and you're in the car with his son, and then he takes you to a burger shop or something, and you drink a drink and it's spiked with his kids' drugs, and you have a massive trip, and it's so good because it just completely breaks out of the game, and you end up floating down. Do you remember it? And there's the Flight Facilities song, and you're flying through the sky, and there's a massive light effect.
I like that mission too.
Yeah, it's so cool. And you're just free falling down, and there's all like the music's playing, and there's all these quotes. You're all pondering all your life and your family life and everything, and you're just flying through the sky like naked, and it's really like trippy and I don't know, very different. And it really stood out as a very very good mission.
I second that opinion. That's also my favorite mission.
There's a few. Yeah, there you go. Reese's chosen.
I'm going to jump on all of them, by the way.
There's a few on GTA 5 where like there's ones where you just go and like eat a brownie or smoke a joint, and then you're like fighting off aliens. There's certain bits where you can take certain drugs and you can turn into a bird or a cougar. It's very
you could eat the plants, couldn't you? And that you turn into a different animal. Yeah,
a lot of surrealist. And I think I'd done it where I just messed about. I think I was like a seagull or something. I think I done it, and I was just flying around. You know, so it's pretty cool. But they've done a lot of there's a lot of like drug induced missions in GTA 5.
Yeah.
But, what about you, Ash?
My one is from 5 as well. You know, when you finally do the big bank mission, you have to go in like when you're trying to get away, that all goes tits up, and you have to go on the underground. It's like when you actually do the big bank job. So you've been planning for it, all the planning leading up to it, and then actually doing it and getting the money and getting out. And then, you know, like that part of the story is like, oh, we've made it. And then, is
that when you're on the motorbike, you escape on the motorbike?
Yeah, and you have to go through the sewers and all that. Yeah.
You're right. Good, I do like that one.
I like that one.
I just like the way you plan up to it and all that, and everything you can, and it could be slightly different. And it was just great. And you all had different roles you could swap.
Yeah, you had to pick.
You're right.
You're like your cyber guy. You had to pick like a locksmith and like your muscle. And obviously, the better they were, the more money they'd have to take in the cut.
Yeah.
And you know, if they were a bit crap, then they'd obviously do a bad job. I think I used the guy who worked for Facebook, but you know, GTA Facebook. Yeah. I used him because he was cheap. Yeah. But he was good.
Yeah, because you could get certain people, but you had to do side missions to be able to unlock them. But then they was actually the best ones. Yeah.
So I think I used him for
clever game.
That might be the best mission, actually, to be fair.
I really enjoyed that. The fact how much it led up to it, and then once you've done it, and then like when you were playing as what was the black guy called in number 5? It weren't CJ. That was number. Was it Franklin? Yeah. And like Franklin was just like a noble, like he was a low level, and he didn't really have any money. Lived with his aunt, and then once he got that, he could buy his own place and everything, and it was like, I just really enjoyed that. That's my favorite mission.
Well, my favorite mission is GTA 4, and it's called 3-Leaf Clover.
Cool.
So this is my favorite mission. So back in the day when I played this done everything right, which Kane and Lynch tried to do, but Kane and Lynch was a pretty bad game.
Yeah, it was,
This one mission, in GTA 4 was better than the entire Kane and Lynch game. So this one, you play as obviously playing as Nico in GTA 4, and you have one of the mission givers is Patrick McCreary. He's got a nickname in the game. I won't say it because in the UK it's a racial slur. I don't want to get in trouble, so I was going to call him Patrick. So it's the one where you go to his house and his two brothers have just arrived back in the BC, and you do a bank job. And then it's just, there's a lot of bank jobs in GTA apparently. It's just the whole execution of it. You go to the bank. I think one of the brothers actually gets shot. I think he gets killed. And then you're trying to keep everyone quiet. And it's just getting away. It's such a long mission, and you are having running gun battles with the police. So you're just all running down the street. For some reason, the only time in the game you can't get into a car. Like there's either no cars or locks. You can't get into it. So you're having to run and gun, and there's like police everywhere. You've got an instant five-star wanted level. You've got obviously duffel bags for the cash, and you end up fighting your street through alleys and you end up in the subway, and you're fighting on the platforms, and you go through the tunnels, and it's just so intense because if you get if you fail, you'll go back to start doing it again. And I don't know, it's kind of like from like a film when you see like these bank jobs and like just doing this running gun. I think it was such a good mission. Come out of nowhere. There wasn't no prior planning or anything. You just went and started it and like, we're going to rob a bank, and then you get quite a good payout at the end as well. I've just done everything that Ken Lynch wanted to do, but they done bad. This mission, nailed it. What it would be like to rob a bank.
I don't remember that mission. I don't think I ever did it.
Oh, I do.
Oh,
Is it at the beginning or at the end? Because I didn't
it's like halfway through. Yeah, it's after because obviously you have to unlock Patrick's missions.
Okay. I don't think I ever met him.
Yeah, it's just such a good mission. Yeah, if you ever play Grand Theft Auto 4
the only mission I remember from 4 is when you take the FBI agent on a date and she's like undercover. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Brucey a lot in GTA 4.
Yeah, he's good though, wasn't he?
I remember.
Brucey.
He always wanted the cars.
I remember Pony playing in the car as she was in the car.
Yeah.
Remember Pony? Yeah. He had quite a good. I don't remember the bit where like your cousin gets shot. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Grand Theft Auto 4 is kind of underrated. I think it's a good game. People
remember
don't
the
really
car
seem to...
controls on that all seemed like they was on leaf springs, and those fuckers rocked around a lot.
Yeah, the cars were hard to control. I remember first time I played it, I was like, wow, this is this is a bit, but it's like driving a boat on land.
But, like Mafia.
Yeah, but
a bonus mission which was really good. On Grand Theft Auto 5 again, where you had to go and put the chain over that house because he was the coach was sleeping with your wife.
Oh yeah,
and you
put
the
down.
chain around like the thingy, and you pull the house down. It turns out it's not even his house; it was somebody else. He was teaching tennis to as well. I was like, that's just great. There were so many good moments in 5 where I had good like comedy.
Yeah, number 3 was good as well. The one where you get a phone call and they're like, "Oh, I told Luigi, I think it was Luigi, Salvatore, I've been sleeping with you, and they're going to kill you." And when you've been working for the mafia, they won't try. I remember the first time I played it, I was like, they won't try and kill me. And I went there to do it, and I got shot straight away. And then you have to go back and kill Salvatore. That was a good mission. But yeah, my favorite one, 3-Leaf Clover. But like I say, there's so many. Like I've mentioned earlier on, the Kent Paul ones, voiced by Danny Dyer. And what was he had a mate as well? His mate was like a Mank. From Manchester. And I can't remember that. At one point, you wake up in a desert with them, and it's just it's just.
And when you get the car garage, that's a good one as well. You get your own car dealership, and he's like, I need a silencer, and he's like, I was just going to weld some shit together, and he's like, no, just go buy a silencer.
Yeah.
He's like, okay.
I feel like your memories are just full of these missions.
There's one in
GTA. All this? Christ.
There's one in GTA San Andreas where you use a combine harvester just to murder everyone.
Yeah.
And it's just, And when you have to drive the Truth. The hippie guy, you have to drive his truck from one island to the other, and like he's smoking weed, and it's all like and
it starts getting harder to control, because you're getting like second-hand smoke from it, But
I thought I just thought it was a little bit different, about the
the
missions.
upgrade, the graphical upgrade coming to Grand Theft Auto 5. Is that still a thing?
Well, don't know. It's
March next year, I think.
It's
March.
It is March.
Okay. So I mean, that was meant to be quite soon. That was meant to be not too long after it was the PlayStation 5 was released, wasn't it? And then that got
it was November, right?
Yeah, it's been
November.
it was like a year, but it's been delayed. Although the trailer they showed, it didn't really look. It looked exactly the same.
Much better,
I think
no.
everyone.
But I do want to
it's
play it.
kinda
I do want to play it
same.
again, and I just don't see the point in playing it until they've done that bit.
I think the video gave it,
but
the video wasn't great on the stream.
I think that's going to be one where it feels different rather than looks different.
Yeah.
I think it will look better once you see it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think it's the resolution as well. Like those servers just get fucking packed, and the res just drops so much.
Yeah, it running in 4K 60, you're just going to notice it on the actual playing it on the PlayStation. Where I believe they compress the streams, like when we watched the State of Play, or was it the PlayStation Showcase, whenever it was, to 1080p. The whole thing's in like just 1080p. So that in itself is going to make it look like a PS4, PS3 still. So
have you guys done any online heists?
I have.
No.
Yeah.
I have. Yeah.
I mean, they're 4-player. I think when it comes to PS5, I say we jump in, do a little.
Yeah. It means Ash is going to have to buy his own version of the game.
I was about to say, I don't think
I've got one, mate. I've got one.
Oh, have you?
Got one.
Oh.
I've got one down there. It's in the box. Got it.
Can you buy me a version of the game, please?
Well, mate, we'll see. We'll see.
I dare say it'll go on sale before then, won't it? So
yeah.
Always on sale.
But yeah, that's my stuff for this week.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay.
I have a list down gaming. I haven't written anything down, so this is going to be off the cuff. It's going to be on the fly.
Okay.
Thought you said you weren't doing this.
Yeah, we're still doing it. Yeah,
we're still doing it. I got the first guest last week. It was just me.
He did. He did smash it last week. Okay, so again, I do check and to see if this is the dates. So, but sometimes it gets released differently in Japan and North America. But I'm just going what Game Facts with a Q is telling me. Okay,
so it's pretty heavy. It's pretty good.
Right, this game was released 21 years ago. Okay, on October the 25th, year 2000. Okay, it's a sequel. Yeah, it's a sequel to a well-known franchise.
Is it Spyro?
No. Now this is why I should write them down, because now it's going to give it away. Yeah. Okay, I've got one. Yeah, you've got a time limit. The game you've got a time limit. There's an ominous threat. You have to solve this before a world-ending event takes place, which involves the moon.
Oh, Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask. That's got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say Zelda as soon as you said, but then when you said sequel.
Yeah, because it's only said sequels because you're playing the same Link as you was playing in Ocarina of Time. It's the same Link. So because you're looking for Navi.
It's boy Link.
The full Navi, Zelda though, right?
No, it's a sequel. It's the only. Yeah, I think that's the
Link
only
to the
one
Past and the original. It's like the fourth or fifth Zelda.
Yeah.
So when you said sequel, I was thinking it's a second. I was honestly going to say.
No, I'm afraid.
Well, honestly, didn't say it, my friend. And Ashley Boy's
got
another
point. Host,
put down there. On the
facts with a Q clearly needs a bit of
research. Game facts.
Nice.
Yeah. But lastly, we talk about what we've been playing. I'm gonna guess Brad's been playing FIFA and Destiny, because when I go online, that's what I see him playing. Ash, I don't know what he's been playing since he ain't been online in months. And Reese,
I'm always anonymous.
Reese has been Destiny, I think.
All very good guesses, I would imagine. Yeah, I've only played Destiny.
No, I've been
away all week, pretty much. So.
I've played 2 new games for myself.
Oh, you tell us what you've been playing.
I've been playing Little Nightmares 1 and Little Nightmares 2.
Oh, what have you been playing them on? PS5?
PS5, yeah.
I think you liked 1, or was 1 that bad? Exactly. You went on to 2.
No, one was absolutely great. It's one of those games that you can play and you're like, wow, I'm gonna have to look at some YouTube videos because I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Sure.
And you don't. And even after playing number 2, you still don't know what happened because they don't really tell you. Okay. But no, if you're looking for a nice side scroller in puzzle game and you don't mind getting a bit freaked out, honestly, they're so good. I reckon you'd enjoy them more. I think you'd enjoy them a lot. Okay. But they're really, really good games. I think I got the first one for like £3, something. That's why I bought it. I got it.
Is it hard? Is it like a Metroidvania type, like Castlevania?
No, not at all. It's
I think they're like limbo, aren't they? Like limbo
like
inside.
that kind of thing. Yeah. If you're good at solving puzzles and you're good at doing it quickly, you don't have to do it quickly, but there's a lot of sequences where you have to run and quickly jump and stuff and do stuff like that. Otherwise, you're going to get murdered in the worst possible way, chucked in an oven and stuff. But no, really good. I bought the first one for £3. I don't know if it's still on sale, and I bought the second one for £16. And they're both
value for money. I thought you were going to say they were on Game Pass, but you actually bought them on PlayStation.
Yeah, I actually bought on PlayStation.
Does it explain why you are a little person in a yellow Rain Mac and everyone else is like full size?
No, not really. You can watch a lot of videos afterwards, which people are having very good guesses at, and I believe they're right. But
is this one of these situations where you had to read and you decided just to skip?
No. I was 100% into it. I was into all of it, and I was listening to it all, and I was hoping there was going to be a conclusion at the end. But there's not really. I think it's one of these games where it's very very artsy, and there's going to be a number 3 coming out, which I think might explain it a bit more. But spoilers, kind of spoilers, because it might not be true. But if you don't want to hear, zone out. But it's basically there's like a radio signal going around which has turned everyone absolutely mental, and they just hunger all the time, kind of like zombies. But it doesn't explain why you're little. It doesn't explain that. It's,
you're a borrower. Maybe they're just like that. You're a borrower.
Maybe
you're from the borrower.
That meant nothing to me. What you just said there. You just said some words.
There's
a signal.
Well, this is the thing. Even I don't understand. There's like a radio signal coming from this really tall tower, and everybody's obsessed with watching TV, and then they turn into like zombies, and that's why they're trying to eat you. But some of them wear skin masks, so it's dead people's skin. They're all eating children. They love to eat children. It's very odd game, but it's really good. It's a good story from what you get from it. It
looks very atmospheric. It's like I love the visuals on it.
That's what I mean.
It looks so good.
I think out of everyone, you would enjoy it the most because you're a Resident Evil fan, and
I've been watching it a lot. My brother-in-law, who's currently residing with us, has been playing it loads. So I've been sitting there like watching him for ages playing.
Yeah.
It looks class.
Yeah, it is.
Really
good.
No.
Yeah, get away from my computer.
My turn.
That's what I've been playing that, and I've been watching Squid Games, and that's just giving me anxiety.
We ain't got time for that.
Everyone loves Squid Game.
Everybody loves Squid Games. That poor old man, that poor Korean man. I don't know. I've not completed it yet, but I've decided that I'm going to go out and look after some elderly Korean people because he's opened my heart. That little man.
Have you seen it, Reece? You watched Squid Game, Reece?
Not yet, no.
It's good.
I've finished it.
I've finished it, and then I went from Squid Game to a Japanese series called Alice in Borderland. That's good as well.
Nice. We're cultured.
Yeah. And now Netflix just keeps suggesting Japanese and Korean things to me now. So
there you go. So. Anyway, I think that's it for this week.
That's it. Yeah. I've already said what I've been playing. Far Cry 5.
Yeah. I'm still enjoying it.
I am actually. I'm really into it now. Yeah. Actually,
brilliant game.
Yeah. Have you done the mission where you have to get the balls?
No.
Get the balls. Oh, that's a good one. That's a side mission.
I'm just about to go and stop the first, I think they're called lieutenants. I've got the option to go and stop him, but I'm going to do all the outposts first.
Have you got Cheeseburger?
No, I've unlocked the companions I've got.
The bear?
No, I've got the dog.
Burger Cheeseburger.
The pilot and a sniper called Grace. I've unlocked them 3. I think the bear is up in the north.
Yeah, he's well good. He's got diabetes. He's got diabetes because they keep feeding him cheeseburgers. So that's why I had an affinity to him. So.
I haven't unlocked that one yet, but it's really good. I'm enjoying it.
Have you finished on 6 now, Reece? Are you kind of done with it, or
I deleted it from my PlayStation? That's
why
you're not enjoying it. You're not enjoing it that much.
Yeah, it's
I really want to get
boring.
it.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it as soon as I move in. I need something to look forward to.
Yeah, play it.
On my Sky
I'm not the biggest Far Cry fan. I don't know why I bought it. I just bored.
I'm happy now with Far Cry 5. I've got a silencer. I've got a little submachine gun, and that's how I like to play it. I just like
that. Was the
even
only
5. I didn't finish that.
The only problem I had with 5 is it was a case of once I got the guns I was happy with, I just used them for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So I got like a really powerful sniper rifle with silencer on it, and I had a machine gun. Whereas on the older Far Cry's, you had to defeat bosses and do like side missions to get the best guns. That wasn't in this one, so that ruined it a little bit. But yeah, I really enjoyed 5, and I reckon I will enjoy 6. But then again, I enjoy Far Cry, so
I think I bought some guns on 5 as well. And again, like fairly near the start, and again, it's like, well, I'm not using anything else now because I bought these.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the problem I had with it. Because whereas like before, you'd like, you go hunt these sharks, go hunt these animals, and then you can get a really good gun. But they didn't have that in that one. That's the only thing what I had a problem with.
Yeah, cool. Well, I think that's it for this week. Thanks for listening. If you made it this far, and we'll be back next week for episode 69.
Nice.
Bye. I apologize for my dogs. Sorry. Bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.